Shalom. I give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Shemel Shai. Double honor to the elders, great millstone. Much love and respect to you brothers out there doing the work of sincerity and truth. Yahweh Shemel Shai. Bashem Kakudash. Barakatah Makim. And coming back with another quick video tonight. I want to go into Luke 21:25 down to 28. And just basically just go into, what's going on and just a brief summary. It's summarized in a nutshell here on how these the 2/3 and the heathens are gonna behave themselves in these times. So I want to jump off with Luke 21:25, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations and with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. And that last verse there in verse 28, all right, verse 27 and 28 is encouraging words to us, the brothers out there that are doing the work, presenting our bodies a living sacrifice to lift up our heads, because our redemption draweth nigh. The chariots, the angels, the return of Yahweh Shai. But I want to go into two words here in the verse 25. I've done this before, but I want to go back into it, especially what's going on now. Things are picking up pretty rapidly, quick, with this coronavirus. So I want to go into the first word I want to go into is perplexity. All right, it says the outline of biblical use is the state of one who is in perplexity. Let's go into the root word etymology. The outline of biblical usage, it says to be without resources, to be in straits, to be left wanting, to be embarrassed, to be in doubt, not to know which way to turn, to be at loss with oneself, be in doubt, not to know how to decide or what to do, to be perplexed. All right, Strong's definition says to have no way out, that is, be at loss mentally, stand in doubt, be perplexed. And that's what's coming upon the earth, man. Okay? They're going to be without resources. They're going to be without the things that are, that were so easily accessible to them. Everything's going to be taken away. America's going to fall. Great Babylon is falling. Okay, they're going to be in straits, meaning in difficult and bad situations. All right, the road of difficulty is ahead of us, man. Like I said, reference, directing to the 2/3 and the heathens. And it says to be left wanting. They're going to be wanting, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, but they ain't going to be able to find it because it's going to be taken away. All right. It says to be embarrassed and to be in doubt. They're going to be found naked. That's a shameful thing, to be exposed, to be found naked, to be in doubt, not to know which way to turn, groping in the noonday, as if it was in the night, not knowing where to go, not knowing what direction. That's what we're approaching, man. And these people, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to expect. Stock market is up and down. They don't know. The nations are all, going through all their different things with this coronavirus. Everything is shutting down. The NBA, you got Tom Hanks and his wife that have contracted the virus. He's a major actor within, United States at Hollywood. They're over there in Australia where they contracted, where they were tested positive. We got Chicago, one of the main, festivities that they got for St. Patrick's Day is shut down. Here in my city, they've shut down any visitors into nursing homes for the elderly. Their family can't visit them. So it's exceeding. It's going to turn into something greater. The WHO, the World Health Organization, already had deemed all this a pandemic and quarantined the whole world's under quarantine. Okay, basically that means that anybody that has the symptoms is going to be taken and basically quarantined for a certain amount of days. Okay. So it says to be at loss of oneself. They're not going to know what's going on. They don't know who themselves. They're going to realize that what they had going on, what they weren't shit. To be in doubt, not to know how to decide what to do, being indecisive. They don't know how to make a decision. All right, to be perplexed. So, yeah, that's what it is for a lot of these people, man. So I want to go into that word distress, and that goes back to being stressful and anxiety. That's what's going on with the world right now. All right, it's like the birth pains. The birth pains of a pregnant woman when she's about to conceive, when she's contracting, those are different stress levels within her heart rate, her blood pressure, and stuff like that. That's what the world's going through right now. All right, so it says the outline of biblical usage is holding together, a narrowing the contracting part of a way. Metaphor straits, distress, anguish, and that's what it is. And right here, strong definition: restraint, that is figuratively anxiety. So that's what's going on. Everything is full of anxiety, man. All these different things: the stock market, the Dow, all these different businesses, the oil and gas, everything that is going on right now has to do with those birth pains, because America's about to be put down. And Israel, Yasha'Allah, which consists of you Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the true Hebrew Israelites of the Bible that are promised to rule the world, is coming to its fruition. All right, that's that new child that's going to be born into the world. Okay, us brothers that are on the highways and the byways that are singing this new song, that's a song that's not going to be put out. Everybody else, their mirth is going to cease, but the mirth of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to continue until Yahweh comes back. Okay, so it says, and there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations. You see, meaning these nations are full of anxiety and fear, man, with perplexity. Okay, because they're going to be lacking. They're going to be without their natural resources, the things that are convenient for them, their comforts. The sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. Fires, earthquakes, pestilence. You got the coronavirus. You got other viruses going on. You got the bubonic plague that's here. You got all these different things out here. The influenza, the flu. Okay. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken, man. And that's what's going on. The powers of heaven that be right now, they're being shaken. All right, talking about these elites, the the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Gettys, okay? All these are being shaken right now, man. All these oil and gas major companies, multi-billionaires, they're being shook right now, man. The international bankers, It says, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken, man. Now you're seeing all these athletes or these actors and actresses, musicians that are contracting these viruses, man. This virus. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. That's Yahushua coming in his chariot, man. The one that was carved without hands that Ezra saw in Second Ezra 13, man. That was like the size of a mountain that could not see the end or the beginning of it. That's the chariot. It says, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption drawing nigh. And that's us brothers. That's what we're doing right now. Lifting up our heads because our redemption drawing nigh, man. The angels are watching, Slakia, the eyes of the Lord upon the sinful kingdom, man. And he shall not utterly destroy the house of Jacob. The elect, the small remnant that make up the house of Jacob, the house of David, which is Judah. And you got Israel, the northern and southern kingdom are coming back, and they're waking up. So with that, I hope it was edifying to you brothers out there. Y'all brothers stay strong, keep pushing. Shalom.